Howdy folks, today we're working on a 2017 Yamaha Sidewinder. We're gonna do a clutch service on this primary clutch. The rollers are, one of them was seized and then it ended up wearing out one of the weights, the clutch weights here. This is the one here. So we ordered up the bits and pieces to redo it, and we're gonna walk you through that. So the tools we're gonna need today are here. We have 8mm wrench, 1/4" socket, 8mm deep socket. I got an 8mm shallow socket, and I brought a 3/8 drive 8mm just in case. A marker, so that we can mark the clutch so that we put it back together properly. Oops. I'm not sure if there is a mark on here. I believe I put one on there. Let me just turn this around. Yes, I did. I put a mark right there, there, and there. So when we take it apart, we know how it goes back together because the clutch is weighted and balanced. All right, got lots of light on there now. So this is your weight. So when the clutch spins around, these weights come out, go against this roller here. So these rollers are what we're going to replace. And this weight here is worn, so I'm going to replace this weight as well. There's 3 rollers and 3 weights. So another weight here, another roller there, and then another weight here, and another roller there. As you can see, these bolts here are 8mm. Then the pin will slide out and the weight will be, or not the weight, the roller. There's a collar in there too. So I'll try and, it's gonna be tricky to do this and show you guys. But we'll take that apart and show you. Okay, so I had just undid the nut on the other side here, and these are both 8mm on both sides, and then that frees up this bolt. This bolt comes straight out, and then there's a little collar that's in there as well. You can see it there. Try to get some light, and that's what the roller rides on there, is that collar. So pull the collar out and the roller. So that's what we're going to replace, is that roller. Where the brass is there, you kind of see a bit of a brass. That's probably where it was riding. Probably created a flat spot, I would imagine. And then that's what would have been riding on the weight right here. You can see a bit of a divot there. You might not be able to see it, but you can feel it. And that's where it was riding, because the roller wouldn't roll. So it wore this clutch weight. So now we're going to undo this one and this one, still both 8mm. And then the collar that's inside there, the shaft that's inside there, looks like it's held by these two Allen bolts. And then we'll slide that out and go from there. I'm gonna hit these Allen bolts with a bit of penetrating fluid, because I got a funny feeling that those little suckers are gonna give me some grief. Okay, so we just took the nut off of this side here, so we can just pull the bolt right out there. Now we're gonna try and loosen off these Allen bolts here. Oh, look at that, she came pretty easily. Wow. Probably because I put penetrating fluid on it. Now, I don't think you gotta take them right out. I think they're just pinching that shaft that's in there. I want to make sure you get the Allen key all the way in there, seated nicely. Yeah, there's not much load on those at all. A little bit of penetrating fluid. Sure is tricky working with one hand. I'm gonna pull them right out. Hopefully we don't drop them down in the belly pan. Knowing my luck, I will. Come on out of there. See if that shaft wants to move. Doesn't seem like it wants to come out. So these suckers probably gotta come right out. There's one. Looks like there might be a bit of Loctite on there. There's two. I don't want to come out still. You might have to put a bit of penetrating fluid on there. You know what? Stick it right in the hole there. All right, we had to use a punch and punch that out of there. This shaft out. So now we have that. Give her a little bit of a punch. And now this will come out and the weight will slide right out. Okay, so we got these little plastic washers. Those were up inside the clutch on either side here of the clutch housing. And these little 3 dots, you can see them on there, were up against the body between the weight. So it was like this, right? No 3 dots, and then the 3 dots. And they were up against there like that, inside that housing. So now, this is the weight. We gotta put these into the new one. So here's the new weight here. That's the part number of it, but I don't know if it would apply to your buggy. But you can see the difference right here and right there. So this is nice and smooth across there. This one here dips down right there. So it's hard to see, but it does dip down on the profile of it there a little bit. But I gotta put these weights into here. And I'm not sure how I do that. I might just squish it in the vise. I don't know. So when I got the clutch weight, there was 3 holes in it, and then the guy gave me these weights to go in there. So I put the weights in there, and I figured, well, I just squish them in the vise, but that didn't work. So I just started to hit them with a hammer, and it peened it over like that. Then he said something about it has to be 8 millimeters, so 8.8 millimeters of a squish. So I have my 8 millimeter wrench here. So there's a little bit more room there for it to go, so I'll just keep hitting it with the hammer. Like so. That's judging the size of it. The squish. Clutch weight. Started there. 3 little dots. Go to the outside. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Woo. We're cooking with oil now. Look at that. See that there? Almost think I knew what I'm doing. Now, we'll put those set screws back in there. Oopsies. Just a little dab will do you. Now let's try not to drop this in the belly pan. Try not to cross thread it either. Yeah, there we go. Start it by hand. Look like it's going in straight. Yep. These weren't very tight, as you remember. There. And one of this goes through here. Those are 8 millimeter. I think I said that about 10 times. Put a shallow one on there. Let's try the shallow 8. This is a stupid wobbly. I got it on sale at Princess Auto, thought I was getting a great deal, and then I get home and I see that the thing wobbles around. Maybe it works in this application. Okay, there we go. 1 new clutch weight. Now, of course, everything you do once, do it right, do it again. So those ones are supposed to be white, not black. So we're gonna take it all apart again. Just for fun, for you guys. Let's finish off this clutch, folks. We got one more roller to do. And that'll be it. 8 millimeters.